Guys, it's Partially back with another video. I know it's been a while, I know I keep saying that. I think I'm doing a pretty good job of staying consistent, but with working with the job and the family, this is as well as it can do while trying to maintain, a normal life. So, thank you again for tuning into another video, and today we're going to be talking about the Helldivers 2 situation. Now, if you don't know what Helldivers 2 is a game the the best game. All right, it is such a fun game. It is a game where you are playing as a soldier and you become a helldiver. This helldiver goes to different planets and tries to liberate it, fighting between robots that are called the automatons, or you can fight against bugs called the Terminid. And it is an extremely fun game. You can play with up to 3 of your friends, so 4 players, and in most games that you play, you are overpowered. You are the main character. You're basically unkillable, and the story is about you. In this game, it's a little bit different, where you are expendable. When you play as your soldier and you die, you don't come back or respawn as the same soldier. You're just recycled as a new soldier going into the fight. And you die frequently in this game. You are not meant to go through this playthrough of this game and not die. It's almost expected for you to die inside this game. And that's partially what makes it so amazing. Because usually inside single player games, or even sometimes multiplayer games, it's made to cater to you not dying. But this game is, I would say myself, pretty hard and extremely fun, especially with friends. They have a bunch of different abilities and things called stratagems, where there's different types of weapons you can use, different types of aerial assault you can use, different types of machine guns and turrets. It's a great game. Now, the reason we're talking about Helldivers 2 today is because Helldivers 2, I guess Sony owns part of it. I'm not sure how it really works, but Sony is a part of Helldivers 2. And this game blew up. The first game, barely anyone knew about it, but this second game absolutely exploded with popularity. Now, when this game exploded, it was perfect. It's been so long since we've had a good game that doesn't ruin it or add something that breaks the game or caters to only one type of player. It was perfect. Honestly perfect right now, because there's no other game like it. You aren't overpowered. The game or developers aren't catering to anybody. They have a specific goal of the game and they are executing it, I would say, pretty damn well. Now, where this kind of takes a downturn is Helldivers 2 is available for PlayStation and PC. And that's perfect. We're all fighting, everyone's fighting all over TikTok and YouTube for it to be available for Xbox. The game is so popular and loved that Xbox, PC, and PlayStation are going to stop their war. They're going to put it in a standstill just for a second, just to play the game with each other. That's how powerful this game is right now. I know I sound like I'm glazing the game, but honestly, it's that fun. I picked this up with my friends, and I think there was a good week, maybe 2 weeks even, where I was just constantly playing this game whenever I had the time. And honestly, I don't regret it. It's still fun. I still constantly pick up this game. And I think another thing that's amazing about it is they constantly update it. If there's a glitch in the game, give them 2 days, maybe an hour. They will fix it. If there is an overpowered gun, give them a day. They'll fix it. If there's a really underwhelming gun, they'll fix it. They'll constantly fix the game and tweak it to make it balanced, and it's perfect. Not only that, they're constantly putting these major orders where you and everyone else that's playing the game have to work together to take over planets. It's not just you and your single player story. You have to work with every other person that's playing the game to liberate planets, to take over the planets so the bugs or the automatons don't take them. And that's perfect. It makes everyone want to work towards the same goal. And they have major orders and different things that you can do together to try to take over all these planets and liberate the solar system. Now, they've been doing everything perfect, but there was an issue recently where PlayStation made it so PC players had to make a PlayStation account to play the game Helldivers 2. Now, me personally, I play on PlayStation, so it doesn't really affect me, but I can see why people would be mad about that. It makes sense. You have to make a PlayStation account just to play on your PC. It sounds kind of greedy, because there's really no other reason you need to make a PlayStation account unless PlayStation wants you to make an account so you can end up playing on PlayStation. That's really all it is. There's no other reason. There's no like connectivity issue or cross play issue. Like, the game already has cross play. It's already working. It was working before this. PlayStation was pretty much being greedy. That's the only thing I can even think of the reason why they would do this. I try to be impartial on this channel. I try to see both sides, but realistically, I cannot see any reason why PlayStation would do this, but for only greedy reasons. They want people to have the PlayStation app. They want people to have PlayStation accounts so they could connect them and play. More people go on their PlayStations and buy them, I guess. Even though I really think that wouldn't accomplish anything. So what? So everyone catches wind of this, and obviously PC players are extremely mad. Even some PlayStation players, understandably so. Now, the question was, why is this so bad? It's not so bad. That's not the problem. It feels like they're getting forced into something. You physically can't play the game online with your friends, which is what the game is about, unless you have a PlayStation account. So you're being forced to do something that isn't necessary. We know it's not necessary because it's working without it before. Now, the second problem is people were saying online, like, oh, this isn't really a big deal. All you have to do is have a PlayStation account. The problem is Xbox has done this before. If you guys know the game Minecraft, you have to make an Xbox account to play Minecraft. Before, it was never like this. Microsoft got a hold of all this, and now it's like that. Me personally, in my experience with it, it was abysmal. I still can't play Minecraft to this day because for some reason it glitched with my account, and I can't sign in, so I can't play Minecraft. And I've tried days and days and hours to try to fix that. And it's abysmal. It's extra. It's not needed because Minecraft worked for years and years on console and PC without you having to make an Xbox account or Microsoft account. It's just extra. But even if we ignore all that, Xbox has done it, PlayStation has done it. If Xbox is doing it, what's the problem with PlayStation doing it? It's just greedy. It just makes an extra step. It really doesn't do any good for anybody. It just makes an extra step for everybody. Now, what makes it even more abysmally terrible is some countries and some other places don't have access to the PlayStation app or Sony in general. They just can't have a PlayStation. They can't have a PlayStation account. They can't create a PlayStation account where they're at. Now, these people have been playing Helldivers 2 for, at least a month and some change. Now, they're being told, basically, you can't play this game because you can't make a PlayStation account. But before, this was not needed. It's not needed at all. We just want you to have a PlayStation account. And since you can't make a PlayStation account, you can't play Helldivers 2. All that money you spent, ours. All that time you spent, ours. It's just greedy. And PlayStation's reaction at first to telling all the PC players that they have to have the PlayStation account to play Helldivers 2 was already bad. But everyone starts complaining about it. They're review bombing Helldivers 2, which is already bad because PlayStation doesn't represent Helldivers 2. The guys who made Helldivers 2, they are great. They're absolutely great. I haven't seen a company or game developers run a game this well in a very long time. Now their game is getting dragged through the mud and getting all these bad reviews because Sony wanted people to have a PlayStation account for no reason. So now all these bad reviews are going on to Helldivers 2 on Steam, and all these bad things are happening. Everyone's commenting towards the game developers, even though it's not really their fault. And you know what PlayStation's response was? It was to take it away from multiple people and say, hey, these guys and these countries and these areas cannot play Helldivers 2 because they can't have a PlayStation account where they live. That made everyone furious, and rightfully so. Imagine you bought a game and you spent hours and hours and hours on this game because it's super fun and there was no problem at all. But then a big company that already has a ton of money forces you to make an account to play a game. But not only that, you can't play that game that you're supposed to own because you paid for it, and now you can't play it because a company wanted you to have an account that was not needed. Everyone can understand that frustration. I can understand that frustration. I don't even play PC. Now, where the light kind of shines through is after complaining and complaining and complaining to developers and Sony constantly for days on end, we finally got Sony to lift this whole thing of PC players needing a PlayStation account to play Helldivers 2. I know this one's kind of quick. It wasn't that quick. I was just very late to it. But it shouldn't have happened in the first place. I want to give PlayStation leeway, but I really can't. This should have never happened in the first place. It should have never became an idea. I understand you want your company to grow. You want to do more with your company. But at what cost? You're taking a bunch of people who love a game and enjoy a game and building the biggest community we've seen in a while. And you're just taking that and trying to profit from it. Is not seeing all these people be happy for one game not enough? That's the only thing that pops in my head. Is it not enough? Like, they're already having these big titles like Spider-Man and Uncharted and all these different titles that they have, like God of War. And they're making a ton of money off of that. And they're great games. Just let these guys have this game and enjoy it. I feel like that's all it is. But they decided to be greedy, and now they don't have to suffer the repercussions of it. No, they reverted it. They made it so you don't have to make a PlayStation account to make or play Helldivers 2. But now all these bad reviews are on the Helldivers 2 Steam installation screen. Like where you go to install, there's a bunch of bad reviews. And this thing had pretty much all 5-star reviews all the way leading up to this situation, which is terrible. But not only that, while this whole situation was happening, before it was resolved, a bunch of people were funding the game. Now on Steam, apparently there's a 2-hour mark that you have before you can refund the game and get your money back, right? After those 2 hours, it would be pretty damn hard to get your goddamn money back. But it's possible, most likely not going to happen though. Because obviously, if there wasn't that mark, you'd buy a game, you play it for however many days, and then you just refund it and get your money back. That wouldn't be good for Steam, and understandably so. No one would want that. No one would want a bunch of people buying their games, playing it to its fullest extent, and then just selling it. Because there's no profit for the company. And I can't blame them for that. But Helldivers 2, the developers were so generous. Even after being so generous already and getting absolutely teared down by their own community for something they had no control over, that they were refunding the game. Remember, people have been playing this game for months. They were refunding the game to people who have had the game for months because they understood why people were so mad about the situation. It doesn't say good game developers. I don't know what is. Again, I know it sounds like I'm blazing, but it's hard not to feel bad for them. Because at least from what I see, they want to make a good game. They want to build a community where everyone enjoys their game and everyone could support every play style and every person can play the game and have fun. No matter if you're good or bad, all things in between, you can enjoy this game with your friends or even by yourself. And it sucks that big companies or PlayStation, to say how it is, PlayStation has to be greedy and try to force other things upon people to get their money. it just sucks. But at least everything was reverted. Everything's back to normal, from my understanding at least. Who knows if PlayStation will revert it again and make the whole situation start again. But from my understanding, everything's back how it was. The only thing is now Helldivers 2 has a bunch of bad reviews and all these refunds under their name. And the only way that stuff can go away is if people delete it. Which, if you guys did leave a bad review, if by the time I upload this video, please delete your review of the 1-star review of saying like this game is trash or stuff, because the developers don't deserve that. They're putting everything they had into this game, and they're still doing it. They're still continuing to support this game and give a game that everyone enjoys. I would say, please, you don't have to listen to me obviously, but please just like, I don't know, delete the 1-star reviews, delete the bad comments, because it's not their fault. It's Sony's fault. Alright, well, I just wanted to give you guys a quick little video, give my opinion, my my little 2 cents, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, and subscribe. I look forward to seeing what you guys think about the situation. If you think I'm completely wrong and PlayStation was right, please tell me. If you think I was right, tell me the reason you think I was right. I want to hear you guys' comments, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.